back to Cosmopolitan Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today's video is, of course, Love and Hip Hop. So in the beginning of this episode, Tommy's mother shows up to her wine tasting event, and Tommy is surprised to see her. However, she knows that it was Karen that invited her, because Tommy surely did not extend the invite to her mother because of their last encounter. Even so, she introduced her mother to everybody at the table and asked her mom where she's been, and her mom said that she was in Vegas. I was like, what the hell are you doing in Vegas, bitch? I figured she was chilling with Bree from Bad Girls Club. Scribbing, like, what is in Vegas for her mother? I don't know, but she said she was in Vegas. When I found out that her name was Samantha, I was like, how come on every damn season there's a Samantha, there's a Samantha, there's a Mariah, there's a Mimi, child. There's like, in every friggin' Love and Hip Hop franchise, there is more than one person named such. Erica, like, it's really, it's like Mona's casting those names specifically. Like, if you don't have that name, you can't get casted on Love and Hip Hop, point blank, period. Like, that's just how I feel. But that's neither here nor there, so let's just continue. Tommy's mom lets her know that she forgave her, and whatever they were going through, you know, she's not mad at her for it. Whatever she said in the heated moment, she wants to just let her know that she's really proud of her, and she's happy that she's doing her thing. Tommy lets out a couple tears, and then that's the end of that scene. Joseline's at home, and she is struggling to build, I don't know if it was a crib or what, it was something for the baby. Her belly was fucking huge. Like, her belly is actually ginorm. I was actually really shocked. Like, I've been seeing pictures of Joseline while she was pregnant, but I just didn't realize how big her belly was. And she was sitting on the bed, and I was like, oh my god, she looks like she's gonna have fucking Beyonce's twins in there. Like, I can't even deal. Melissa and Dawn are at her house, and despite that there's 3 people there, ain't nobody building the damn crib. They're just sitting there fucking talking, and Joseline reveals to them that Stevie is indeed the baby daddy. Like, they already knew that, of course. So they say they already knew that that was the baby daddy, and Stevie was just being extra. She said that she's not gonna be like Mimi and not put him on child support. She thinks that Mimi's a fucking idiot for not putting Stevie on child support. Low-key, I agree, because I'm just, honey, if we're not together, you don't live in my house, and you a cheating ass nigga, your ass is going on child support. Like, don't play with me, honey. I don't play that shit. Y'all already know. Y'all already fucking know. There ain't no way around it. I don't care if you're unemployed, nigga. You're going on child support. Who tell you to live down with people and you don't have money to take care of people's picnic? Oh, like, dead ass. Like, I'm so serious. Anyway, she said, or she revealed that she wishes she never told him that Bonnie was his, because now that he knows that Bonnie is his, he's trying to request full custody of the baby. I don't really get that. I guess Stevie loves his kids, but I don't understand why that he wants full custody. Well, when it comes to Joseline, I want full custody too, I ain't gonna lie. But it doesn't make sense to me that he wants full custody of Bonnie when, yeah, he was denying her being his to begin with. So how you gonna go to court and ask for full custody when you didn't even want her to begin with? Like, that's fucked up. So I don't agree with Stevie with that, but because of the type of person Joseline is, I would be fucking requesting full custody too if I was Stevie. But yeah, her reasoning for wanting full custody of the baby is that Stevie was not supportive. He's millions of dollars in debt with his kids, his kids that he already has, and their child support. So I don't know what she's thinking putting him on child support. She ain't gonna get a damn dime, okay? All he can do is be a good daddy. I think he's very involved in his kids' lives. And see, that's the thing too. Like, if you're an involved dad, I think you should still pay child support, but you just shouldn't have to pay as much. If the kids are spending equal amounts of time with you, then there's really no need to pay child support. But I'm not a parent, so I can't really comment on those things, I guess. But I'm just putting my 2 cents out there, okay? Okay. So in this next scene, child, I need to insert a photo because Scrappy's hair was looking like, he looked like a Super Saiyan, okay? Let me insert a broke ass Super Saiyan. Let me just clarify horrifying, okay? He looked like a ratchet Super Saiyan. He didn't look like a real Super Saiyan. Let me insert a photo. What in the motherfuck is on your head, Scrappy? Please let me know. So he meets up with Rashida and they get to talking, and he reveals to her that the wedding with Bambi is off. She tells him that he must be the reason why. But Scrappy actually said in confessional that he's happy that him and Bam figured out that they're not gonna be together before walking down the aisle, because God forbid they end up like Kirk and Rashida. And I was just like, oh, Scrappy, you shady today, baby. Like, I couldn't believe he said that, but it's fucking true, because Rashida and Kirk are a whole fucking mess. Like, I don't care. I don't care. They're a whole mess. Like, Kirk, get your life. He can never bag somebody that looks better than Rashida at the age, like, what's he gonna do? Chase young pussy for the rest of his life? Because honestly, women age. That's the bottom line. Like, your wife, whoever you're with, is going to age. You can't avoid that. You aging too, you peanut head ass nigga. Like, I can't deal with Kirk. I really can't. But let me just, anyway. So they start talking about the situation with Kirk and Rashida. Scrappy is spilling the pool table tea from that episode. I don't know what episode that was, but he's spilling the pool table tea, but he's trying to kind of beat around the bush. Like, he's not trying to snitch on Kirk, but he ends up snitching anyway. So I was just like, that was pointless. Like, it was actually pointless, because he brought up what was going on at the pool table, but when Rashida asked him, like, and what did Kirk say about it, he tried to beat around the bush. And then when she said, well, look, if there's a baby involved, obviously somebody is smashing. Like, that is a given. Like, somebody can't accuse you of being their baby daddy if you never had sex with them, period. So it's obvious, no matter what Kirk says, that he had sex with her, and he's not gonna deny that, because somebody coming out of the blue and accusing you of being their baby daddy is not likely. Like if they know they had sex with you, they can do that. But if you never had sex with them, they can't do that. So it's obvious that Kirk had sexual relations with this woman, okay? That is a fact. Ain't no denying the truth, honey. Really. Rashida's not an idiot, so I don't know why people treat her like one, especially Kirk. But yeah. So Scrappy suggest a fucking DNA test, because we are all waiting for one, right? Like, we're all waiting for a DNA test, because that's what makes sense. Like, why wouldn't there already have been one? You know what I mean? From the minute somebody accuses you of being their baby daddy, go get a DNA test. It's really fucking simple. That's all you have to do. Kirk has not seemed to want to engage in that. When Scrappy suggested it though, Rashida's response to him was very weird to me. I would have thought she would have agreed with what he said, but she kind of gave him like a BS response to that. I don't even remember what the fuck it was, but I was just staring at the screen like, what the fuck did she just say? Like, I was confused as hell. My only response to him was, I fucking know, and I done told him he needs to go get a DNA test. That would have been my only fucking response, but I'm not Rashida and I ain't Kirk, and this ain't my damn relationship. But I'll tell you one thing, if it was, it would be going a whole lot different than it is. Okay? I'm just saying. Anyway, by the end of the conversation, Scrappy was telling Rashida that he's going to tell Kirk to go and take a DNA test. In the next scene, we see a very unlikely pairing, and that is Cena, Jock's baby mother, and motherfucking Carly Red. I was like, girl, what? I didn't understand what the hell was going on, but I said, okay, let's just watch and see. And apparently these two are friendly. Whatever the fuck that means. I call it fucking messy, because I don't understand why somebody whose baby daddy you're dating now all of a sudden becomes your friend. Carly Red is just messy as ever, okay? She is old and messy. So they meet up at some bar for lunch or some shit like that. Yet no food was ordered, as always. Cena reveals to Carly that she actually lied about dating Rod. I'm like, how old are you? Like, why are you trying to make somebody jealous by lying about dating their friend? Like, that's just some weirdo shit to do. I don't, honestly, I can't deal with these people on this show. Like, I just can't. So yeah, she tells her that she lied. And so Carly Red is in confessional confused, because she just like, if he's just your baby daddy and you're not interested in him, or if you guys have nothing going on, why do you feel the need to make him jealous? But why aren't you questioning the fact that he was jealous of Cena and Rod. Why aren't you questioning that? That's your man, ain't he? So she also ends up telling Carly. I'm like, yo, everybody on this season is fucking the R word. Because why the hell is everybody so comfortable and quick to tell Carly Red anything? Like, I know these people watch the show. There's no way these people don't watch the show. So for them to go and tell Carly anything is just beyond me. Like, it's mind-boggling. I wouldn't tell Carly that my socks were 2 different colors. Like, I wouldn't tell her. And I ain't even got socks on. Like, I wouldn't tell her anything. I wouldn't tell Carly a lie, and I wouldn't tell her the damn truth. I just would mind my business and keep my mouth shut, okay? Because she doesn't know how to keep anything to herself. And even if she does, she's like a bone collector. Like, she just collects all this information. I don't even know what she does with it. I feel like she's doing voodoo at home, because why does she need to know everybody's damn business? And why is everybody so damn comfortable to tell her it? Cena tells Carly that Treasure reveals to her that Jock is dating Tommy. And I was like, didn't Jock tell Treasure to keep her damn mouth shut and to mind her business? Like, what is wrong with these damn people? Nobody on the show knows how to keep a secret. But I guess if they kept secret, there would be no show. Because it's just like, what the fuck are we going, what would we watch? There would be no damn drama. Carly says that her name is Revenge. And they both agree that Tommy is just doing this to get back at Carly for dating, or for trying to hook up with, what's his face? Scrap in jail, before he went to jail, obviously. They agree, and Carly always has something up her damn sleeve, so they're gonna get it poppin' however they fucking can. Carly had the nerve to say that she is bad and bougie, and Tommy is motherfucking ass and dookie. Baby girl, the Migos used Tommy's photo for their album artwork, or for that fucking bad and bougie song artwork. So what are you talking about? You ain't bad and bougie, boo. Like, you're really not. You're old and a groupie. Like, let's get it real. Like, let's keep it all the way real here. I can't fucking deal with her. Don't come for Tommy, bitch. Okay? Don't come for her. Not having it. Damn old hag. Like, who the fuck does Carly Red think she is about bad and bougie? No, bitch. You are 2 years away from a retirement home. That's what you are. So Mimi and Melissa meet up, and I'm talking OG Mimi, not lovely Mimi. And Mimi is pissed as hell because after finding out in the last episode that Melissa helped squash the beef between Dime and Joseline, Mimi's pressed AF, okay? She's real mad. So Melissa is actually defending Joseline, saying, you know, since she's gotten pregnant, she's really changed, blah, 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 blah. Mimi is actually mad to the point where she's actually like cussing out. She's cussing out fucking Melissa. And I'm like, she's genuinely pissed about this. Like, this is obviously deeper than they're making it seem. So she tells Melissa, look, I can't fuck with nobody that fucks with that motherfucker. At this point in the episode, I was like, okay, she's cussing out Melissa as if Melissa is her man or woman, whatever, her girlfriend, whatever. I was a little confused by that. And then she tells Melissa that Arion been told her to watch out for her. And I was just like, Arion? Arion lesbian? What's the tea here, boo? What is the tea? So then it gets real sticky because Melissa says that Arion is probably just saying that, not even probably, she said Arion's just saying that because they're not smashing anymore. And I said, well, I'll be damned. When she said that to Mimi, Mimi's face kind of went to stone because she didn't know that, and Arion's her best friend. Melissa is clearly something special to Mimi, and so, you know, she didn't just come up out of the blue. So Mimi's pissed. Even before Arion came out as a lesbian, I had like this feeling, I guess I'll call it, that she has and always will be interested in Mimi, but she can't have Mimi because they're best friends. But in my personal opinion, I feel like they might have smashed a couple times and, you know, they're still best friends. You know, they made it out to the other side, but like, I definitely, where's my fucking beauty blender? I definitely feel as though Arion and Mimi have gotten a little bit deeper than just best friends sexually. They was scissoring, girl. I don't know. Because Arion is super protective over Mimi. Like, super protective to the point where I'm uncomfortable. So Melissa tells us that before she knew Mimi, damn near 20 years ago, bitch, her and Arion had a little thing. This doesn't really surprise me because, you know what? Everybody in Love and Hip Hop is connected some way or a damn other. Like, everybody. Melissa tells Mimi that she lucked up. Girl, when she met her, I said, this cocky bitch. Bitch, we wouldn't know who you are, Miss Biggest biggest LGBT promoter in Atlanta, bitch. We did not and would not know who the fuck you were if it wasn't for Love and Hip Hop. So, bitch, you lucked up because you're probably unemployed, Miss I have a bar that nobody comes to before Mimi. So I was just shocked to hear her say that. Just as shocked as Mimi was. Mimi was so shocked and appalled the bitch left. She said she gonna take her lucky ass out this door. I said, you better, because I'm not here for this. Like, Melissa is full of herself. Girl, wow, I got so much spit in my mouth. So by the end of this, I was for sure that these two motherfuckers have been fucking, because their conversation was not that of two friends. I'll tell you that right now. It was not. I feel like I might have called that in an earlier video. Did I? Tell me, because I don't know, y'all. I be saying some shit, so I don't know. So in the next scene, Jessica Dime heads over to Miss Carly Red's crib for some tea. Jessica reveals to Carly that she is cool with Joseline and that she's been talking to her quite a lot lately. Once again, this is another person that is trying to tell us that Joseline has indeed changed since she's been pregnant. You know, she's not that same messy ass bitch. I don't know about all that. I don't know Joseline in real life, so I can't attest to this. But she was pregnant when she made the allegations against Stevie, and so I don't think that she has changed. She has probably gotten worse, because you know what? Being pregnant makes you hormonal. It doesn't make you call people molesters and pedophiles, but it sure makes you a little bit emotional. So I don't know. I feel like after Joseline has her baby, I think we can make that judge of character. After she's had her baby for like 5 years, you know, once the baby gets to like 5, then we can decide if Joseline is a changed woman or not. But until then, she's still Joseline. And Carly Red actually feels the exact same way. She feels like, you know, Joseline has not changed and she probably never will. So then Dime tells her that she's also been cool with Tommy. And honestly, if this was my friend and I was not cool with these people, and my friend comes over to my house telling me that she is friends with both of my damn nemesises, I would not be okay with this, because it's just like, bitch, how can I trust you? Like, we can't. I'm sorry. I can't trust you. It depends on how deep it is. You know what I mean? Because I'm not the type of person that I'm like, okay, I don't fuck with this person, so you can't either. That's not how I am. But depending on how bad the history is between me and that person, if you decide that you want to be friends with them, my relationship with you will change based on the fact that I don't know how close you guys are. And if you are my down ass bitch and I'm telling you my life problems, or I'm telling you my situations, and you know, I can't guarantee that you're not going to be closer with her and you're going to be spilling my tea to somebody I don't like. You know what I mean? And so that would just be my only issue. It's also a judge of character. If I know you as a person, I know you would never do that to me, then go ahead, be friends with whoever the fuck you feel like you need to be friends with. But don't bring their ass around me, honey, because I ain't having it. So yeah, she starts telling her about the wine tasting event and all the drama that transpired there. Carly calls Tommy a con artist. I hope that more tea gets revealed about that, because I was confused when she called her that. I was like, oh, why is she calling her a con artist? And that wasn't the only time in the episode she referred to Tommy as a con artist. But I'm interested to find out more next week on Dragon Ball Z. So as this conversation goes on, Jessica tells Carly about Tommy and Jock dating. But Carly already knew because she already spoke to Cena, and Cena revealed it to her. And so Carly was at first frustrated that Jessica didn't tell her sooner, but then Jessica just told her, like, look, I gave Jock an opportunity to tell you. I told him to tell you, but he didn't, so now I'm telling you. And that was basically that. So yeah, she wasn't mad. I guess when she told her that, there was no need for her to be mad, because it's true. Like, she did give Jock an opportunity to tell her, but since, you know, he didn't, which I guess she just assumed he didn't because he said he wouldn't, so that's why she ended up telling him instead. I mean, telling her instead. In this next scene, it was Mimi and Arion meeting up, I guess to discuss Melissa. And once again, Arion's wig was not shit popping. Okay, the shit was stiff and she had to wear a hat in her house because the shit was so damn stiff. Okay, I had a problem with this because every damn season, especially at the reunion, Arion comes and her hair just looks atrocious. I'm like, bitch, you live in Atlanta. Like, this is not acceptable at all, in the least. Like, come on, girl, do better. So yeah, her wig was looking stiff as hell under that little hat, going in all kinds of directions. I said, no, baby. In this scene, they were at Arion's house, and at first I thought it was a set, but then I seen her little puppy walking around in the background, so I said, oh, this is her house. And I'm like, what's she do for a living that she can afford this? Because Arion is not even a regular cast member on Love and Hip Hop. Like, she's not, I don't even think she's in the intro anymore. So I was just like, what is she doing to afford this beautiful ass house? She got sugar daddy, sugar mama, child. I need to know. You guys are probably like, this bitch nosy as hell. I need to know what the fuck Arion does for a living, because she can't sing even though she thought she could sing. Y'all remember that shit? I don't know. Does she have businesses? Like, I don't get what she does. Her house is beautiful. I just want to know. Okay. Anyway, Mimi's telling her about her meetup with Melissa. She brings up the fact that Arion didn't tell her that she had some sort of thing with Melissa, and so Mimi's mad about this. And so in confessional, Mimi starts talking about how things have transpired in regards to Melissa, but she's being very secretive and not revealing the fact that they had any type of relationship, whether it be sexual or love or whatever. Like, she's just being mad secretive about it, and I'm just like, why is she not just saying that they have dated, are dating? I don't know what it is, because you never see them being intimate on camera. Ever since Mimi switched over to the girl side, honey, the lady pond, she ain't dipped back into the man's pond. Probably because Nico's bitch ass done ruined it. Yeah, she's swimming over there in the lady pond and she ain't coming back. Say bye to Mimi, y'all. Say bye. See you never. Like, I'm actually really surprised by her. I feel like sometimes when women become certain ages, this is why people don't take lesbians seriously, you know. This is why, because motherfuckers like Mimi are out here their whole life dating niggas, have children, well, a baby, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm a lesbian. Oh, I don't even think she's bi at this point. I think she's a fucking lesbian. So, like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't think that's okay, because everybody says that being gay is not a choice. It's clearly a fucking choice for this lady, like, dead ass. I'm sorry if you're offended right now, but if you, like, how can you not see that? Like, she's choosing up. That's it. They gonna come for me. It's all good in the hood. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Arion tells Mimi that the reason she never brought it up was because it happened so long ago, so many years ago, damn near 20 years ago, that she didn't think it was relevant to even tell her about it, because it was nothing, like, it wasn't a serious relationship. It was just, you know, a fling. And so that's why she never told her. It's water under the bridge, basically. But yeah, the way Mimi was talking about Melissa in her confessional was very obvious that Melissa and her are indeed more than just friends. And that is why she's so irritated by Melissa hanging out with Joseline. So next, Scrappy meets up with Kirk to discuss his life problems. And by his, I mean Kirk's life problems. Scrappy begins to tell Kirk that he looked up to him and Rashida like a Jay-Z and Beyonce type relationship. I said, boo-boo, you are reaching further than a football field in motherfucking Athens, Greece, bitch. Like, never in your life compare Kirk and Rashida to motherfucking Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, that was more than a reach, you guys. That like, I can't even describe to you how much of a reach it was, because I was offended by it. And I don't even fuck with J and B like that. Like, I was just offended. Like, you cannot put Kirk and Rashida, Kirk's peanut head ass and Rashida's dumb ass on Beyonce and Jay-Z level, status, anything. Like, what? Scrappy baby. When he said that, I said his standards are low. His standards are just low. Because there is no way in hell that is what you feel. I'm so sorry about it. Like, so fucking sorry. My message to Scrappy after that comment is to leave Jay-Z and Beyonce's name out of your ratchet ass mouth and off this ratchet ass television show. They don't want no fucking parts of Love and Hip Hop. Tell you that, bitch. They don't want no fucking parts. Like, I wouldn't even want to be mentioned on there. No, bitch. Never that. Kirk tells Scrappy that he felt like his relationship with Rashida was already over when he decided to step out. I said, nigga, what? Then why didn't you serve her with divorce papers before you decide to cheat on somebody? Before you decide you want to get your little dick wet, why don't you file for divorce if that's how you feel? Like, you know what I mean? Why cheat on your wife? Like, if you felt your relationship is over, the fuck are you waiting for? Ugh! I hate niggas. Kirk is saying how he can't touch Rashida. If he touches her, she rolls over in the damn bed. He's talking all this shit, and I'm just like, I wonder the fuck why, Kirk. I wonder why. Realistically, you know you ain't shit if you're getting relationship advice from motherfucking Scrappy, okay? Kirk also had the nerve to say that he did not get here in his relationship by himself. This is the scene where I was just like, come again, sir? What did you just fucking say? Yes, you fucking did. Like, what are you really trying to blame Rashida for right now? I couldn't believe it. I'm like, he is not a real nigga. Like, stand up and acknowledge your faults and you're doing in the relationship. Like, do that first. Don't be trying to drag Rashida's name through the damn mud now, because it don't work like that. His dumb ass been cheated on Rashida. He been stepped out on his relationship. This is not the first time. There's been infidelity involved. So yes, you did get here by yourself. Yes, you did. He's trying to say Rashida just wants to work and blah, blah, blah. Nigga, who finna pay the bills? Like, let me know. Let me the fuck know. I don't understand. Now I know why he never wanted her to have a store in the first place. Like, niggas hate when bitches are independent. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, why can't we be independent? If my man was unfaithful and I decided to stay with his bitch ass, you better believe that we're probably not gonna be the same. And the functionality is just not going to be there, and we're gonna have to work something out, you know, maybe go to counseling, figure some shit out. But I don't think they did that, and that's a part of the issue. Because if they did do that, they would be able to have sex. Rashida doesn't want to have sex because she don't know where her nigga dick been. He been in every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry. She don't want any part of that. And I wouldn't either. So I don't blame Rashida for not wanting to have sex with him. I don't. In this scene, I was truly disgusted by what he was saying, because I was just like, you have some fucking nerve. If Rashida never cheated, he had the nerve to get Carter a DNA test, and he wonders why his wife doesn't want to sleep with him. It's like, come on, son. The reason why he doesn't trust his wife is because he's been out doing dirt. So he figures she's been out doing the same. That's not how it works. I'm really sick of fucking Kirk. I am. Like, I do not like him. So when he's trying to place blame on Rashida, my thoughts and conclusions about this are that the only thing Rashida is at fault for is not leaving Kirk when he cheated the first time. Staying and not wanting to break up her home, her marriage, her family. That is where she's at fault. Anything else? No. That's all Kirk's doing. she should have left his ass. And that's the only thing we can blame Rashida for. Other than that, this all falls on Kirk. Like, he literally stays looking for love everywhere but his own fucking home. I don't get it. And then he wants to chat about Rashida. Like, this nigga's too much. Scrappy asked him if he loves Rashida. His answer came with a but. If somebody asks you if you love your wife, your answer should not have a but in there. And he was talking about other shit that had no relevance. Scrappy asked him a simple question. Do you or do you not love your wife? And he's like, I love my wife. I love my kids. I love everything I do. Does that include cheating, my nigga? What do you mean you love everything you do? What? He's not asking you about everything you do. He's simply asking you about you and your damn wife. And so I'm listening to hear what this man's gonna say. And when he said but, Scrappy was like, there's a but? And I was like, yeah, like, what do you mean but? I don't get why you're saying but anything. It's a yes or no question. This is the conclusion I'm drawing. Does Kirk love Rashida? Of course he does. Is he in love with her? Of course not. There's no way he's in love with her anymore. I think he's fallen out of love and he doesn't know how to say it. He doesn't know how to accept it, and he doesn't want to hurt her, so he's not going to leave her. And that's a very selfish thing to do, because you know what? A relationship cannot be one-sided, and that's exactly what the fuck it is right now. So Scrappy asked him, what if the baby is yours? What if? And he is gung-ho on, and he's so confident that this baby is not his. I'm like, how are you confident that the baby's not yours if you didn't take a DNA test? And why are you avoiding the DNA test? And Scrappy said the same thing. Scrappy said that it doesn't make sense that he wouldn't take the DNA test to clear that shit up right away. If you know the baby's not yours, give your little sample and call it a day. But he doesn't even want to do that because he knows who the baby daddy is. He done been hanging out with this baby. Like, oh, you guys, I hate the show. So as we get to the end of this conversation, Kirk starts talking about the crucifixion of Jesus. I said, this nigga's not comparing himself to Jesus right now. No, he's not. I had to pause the episode because I was so appalled. You are not going to take your cheating ass ways and your trifling ass ways and compare yourself to the Messiah, child. No, you are not. Like, I was offended. I was like, no, 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 no. I had to pause the episode, and where I paused it, Scrappy's face was my face, okay? This is what I look like in this moment. Like, really. I couldn't deal. Scrappy tells Kirk that everybody is going to continue to think that he's the father because of his procrastination with taking the DNA test. It's like he's hiding something. That was the end of the conversation. So this next scene, Melissa meets up with Arion, and they're claiming to have known each other for 20 plus years. I'm like, how old are these bitches? Like, because I'm pretty sure Arion doesn't have any kids either. And if she does, well, we don't know. But to know somebody for 20 years, a long damn time. And they were old enough to have sex when they knew each other. So I'm just like, are these bitches in their 40s? Arion does not look like she's in her 40s at all. But if they are in their 40s, they are not acting like it. I'll tell you that right now. It's actually despicable. So Arion actually pages Melissa about the comment she made to Mimi about being upset that she's not smashing her anymore. And Melissa responds by saying it was basically her rebuttal because she's telling Mimi, or she told Mimi to watch out for her when she knew that Melissa was interested in Mimi and pursuing Mimi. I guess this is the episode that Mimi's cat comes out the bag yet again, and she and Melissa were indeed or are indeed dating. I don't know if it's are or was, whatever. She also states that she asked Arion ahead of time if she would be cool with her dating Mimi. And Arion kind of says, pump your brakes. That's not how the conversation went, blah, blah, blah. At this point in the episode, I am bored out of my mind because I have no interest in this lesbian love triangle shit. Like, I don't care that fucking Mimi and Melissa were a thing. I don't care that, oh, I just got mascara in my eye. I don't care that Melissa's mad at Arion. I don't care about any of the shit that's going on in this scene. And quite frankly, it was an awkward ass scene. Like, Melissa asked Arion why she would warn Mimi about her. And Arion tells her that because Mimi came to her and was concerned about some things regarding her, Melissa cuts her off and she's like, Joseline. So at this point it gets mad awkward. Like, it was already awkward, but it got more awkward. And instead of actually having an adult conversation, Melissa starts asking Arion if she fucks with her or not. And I'm just like, what does that got to do with what you guys are talking about right now? Like, that is not even relevant to this. Like, and she's just like how she needs to know because she wants to deal with her accordingly when she sees her. And I'm just like, what is going on right now? I was uncomfortable. The way she did that made me feel like she was trying to change the subject. I felt like she was trying to distract. And I don't know, it just wasn't with the flow of conversation, so I didn't like it. And Arion didn't like it either, child, because the bitch left. She got up and she was so annoyed she just left because Melissa was doing the fucking most. So in this next scene, Mimi is at her home and Stevie comes to visit her. Stevie eases in and tells Mimi that he is indeed the daddy. And he tells her this by saying that, you know, he just got a bigger place so that all of the girls can have their own room and blah, blah, blah. And he basically starts listing off his daughter's names. And then he states Bonnie Bella. And so she is like, so you are the daddy, you know? Like, bitch, we knew he was the daddy, so just stop it. Like, taking pictures with Rick Ross does not equate to fucking Rick Ross, okay? I can tell you that, okay? I think Joseline has some fucking standards. If you guys have never seen Rick Ross in action, Rick Ross is a very touchy-feely man. I watched Martha Stewart's and Snoop Dogg's show, and when Rick Ross was on there, I was like, I am not the most comfortable right now. He's very, very, very touchy. So that picture with Joseline doesn't surprise me. Anyway, Mimi decides to yet again clarify the fact that she doesn't want Joseline anywhere near her child. Now that he is the daddy, that means that Joseline will definitely still be in the picture. She's real pressed about this, you guys. I am going to show you guys how pressed momentarily, but let me just talk about it for a little bit. Mimi's basically saying that Joseline crossed a line that took it way too far when she made those allegations against Stevie, because what she said about Eva, Mimi's daughter, can or could have, you know, been very detrimental if anybody believed Joseline when she said those things about Stevie molesting her. The stuff crossed so far over the line that when they talk about it on the show, they don't even want to say what the allegations are. That's how I feel whenever Mimi or Stevie gets in their confessionals and they're talking about what Joseline did. They never ever say Joseline said this exactly. They just say that it was ridiculous, it was absurd, it was blah blah blah. Mimi is basically saying she will never forgive Joseline for that because you don't do something that, if it's not true, you don't fucking do it. Like, you know what I mean? And so I guess it's not true, and so I would be pissed too. I could not forgive Joseline if she did something like that to me either. So I totally get where Mimi's coming from. As she's talking to Stevie, she's getting more and more irate and she's just cussing him out, and her veins are popping out of her neck as usual and out of her fucking forehead, like she's going in on Stevie. So Stevie tries to tell her he understands, he gets it, you know, she won't be allowed around their daughter.
You don't think?
We're not on good terms, Mom.
And know how you are about your kids. Oh, the baby, my daughter, my baby. You'll be right back in the house with this bitch. I don't want her around my daughter, Steven. And if you don't respect me on this, I'm not going to have any choice but to put a restraining order on this bitch to kick her away from my daughter. And I'm dead ass serious. After what she did to me, put me through.
I understand.
Do you understand? I don't think you do. I don't want this motherfucker around my daughter.
Mimi says the only person she feels really bad for is Bonnie Bella, the baby that is not yet, or she's born now, but she wasn't born when the show was filming. She says that Joseline doesn't possess the things that every mother should possess, which is a heart, a soul, and the ability to love. And she also stated that Stevie deserves anything that happens to him from this point on, because she is shocked that he would let Joseline back in his life after saying such crazy things about him on the internet for everybody to see and hear about. I agree. Stevie has got to be real stupid. I guess the Puerto Rican princess is very dangerous. So in this last and final scene, it is going to be a long scene. So let me put this lash on and I can get to telling y'all the tea. Apparently, young Jock is now a stand-up comedian, and I've always said that he's hilarious, so I am in support of Mr. Young Jock, okay? I am. So in this scene, he is on stage telling jokes, and I love a person that can laugh at themselves. I laugh at myself all the time, so I love me. But I love a person that can laugh at themselves, and Young Jock is able to do just that. What I caught of the stand-up was pretty funny. He was talking about the memes on Instagram about his hair. Then he started talking about Scrappy's hair because Scrappy was in the audience, and y'all seen the clip I done posted of Scrappy. So y'all already know Jock ain't telling no damn lies. And I thought he was just hilarious. So shout out to Young Jock for busting a career move, because rapping ain't it, boo. It just is not it. He hasn't been, it's going down. Like, he hasn't been popping since In the Trap. Okay, like, let's keep it all the way real. I find that ever since Biggie, Diddy hasn't been able to make anybody bust, and I remember Diddy was in that In the Trap video, or in the It's Going Down video, and so stay away from Diddy, y'all. If you pursuing a career in music, stay the fuck away from P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, okay? Don't get near him, okay? Because even French Montana should be more successful, but he's not. Like, bye. So Tommy is hanging out at this little event with lovely Mimi. They are all in the same section, her, Scrappy, and once Jock finishes his set, he comes off and goes to go chill with them in the booth. While this is happening, Jock is eyeing the fuck out of Tommy like he wants to sex her right there. Child, Tommy is fine as hell. But yeah, he is eyeing her down. And then in a sudden turn of events, Carly Red shows up with Cena and motherfucking Melissa. Why is Melissa here, there, and everywhere? Let me know. But Cena and Carly Red decide they are going to crash the party. So you already know it's going to be hella messy. Of course, Jock was least expecting of this mess, which I don't know why, because Carly is the pop-up queen. So he should have been expecting her to pop up today, tell you that. Lovely Mimi is in the booth and she is yelling out, "Hi grandma, hi grandma." And she's speaking to Carly Red. Mind you, her and Carly Red have never met. She doesn't fuck with her because she knows that Tommy doesn't fuck with her. In this scene, she's just proving to be a ride or die ass bitch, I guess. I didn't find it necessary. I mean, if shit popped off, then yeah, go ahead, you know? But until shit pops off, leave it alone. So Carly and Cena and Melissa are standing outside of the booth, and Jock is standing up there and he's talking to them from inside the booth, and she's questioning him about Tommy. Tommy had actually told him to let them in the section because Tommy has definitely shown growth and she don't want to go back to jail, child. So, you know, she's not here for the foolery. So when they first showed up, she did tell him to let them in the booth, but he didn't. Or I don't know if security said that's not okay or what, but there was no letting them in the booth. So Carly says to Jock, "Why are you up over here with Tommy the scammer?" And Tommy's in the back like, "Tommy what? Tommy who?" And then Tommy actually gets up and I think she wants to attack Carly Red, but she's telling Carly that she's the same old ass thought that she always been. And I agree, because that is facts. Like, Carly Red is known to be an old thought, and that's just what it is. She tells Carly Red to disperse. Okay, she's basically telling her, bitch, get out of here, leave, you're not wanted. So because Tommy and Cena are supposed to be cool, she addresses Cena and says, "Now Cena, the only one that actually matters, we're cool, right? We don't have no beef. So why don't you come over here so we can talk like ladies, you know, blah, 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 blah." And so Cena concurs. She said, "No, we don't have a beef," because you know Cena don't look like she even has hands, okay? So she definitely doesn't want no smoke with Tommy. So no, they don't have beef. Cena tells her that she just wants to know why her baby daddy's out here with her. And I'm just like, bitch, why is that even your concern? Like, he's your baby daddy, and that's about it. Like, Jock is for everybody. He really is. So Carly Red decides that she wants to throw a stack, not even a stack. Why am I lying? Carly Red throws some ones at Tommy, okay? Some ones. So Tommy is sitting down in the booth, and Carly Red's like at least 2 meters away from her. She throws this money, maybe 1.5 meters. She throws this money and it all falls on Tommy. It was like 20 bucks of ones. I was just like, she been watching Love and Hip Hop New York, because Sky threw bread at Bianca, and Bianca threw money at Sky. So she took a page out of Bianca's book. Bianca done set a trend. So shout out to Smurfette B. Yes, boo, you are out here setting trends, bitch. Do your thing. Lil Scrappy, cause we know his ass ain't making too much money these days, child. He actually picked up the ones and put them in his damn pocket. I was like, no, nigga, like, don't be a thirsty nigga. Like, don't ever in your life pick up money. Like, no, just leave it alone. So Carly Red is on the other side of the road playing tough as usual, damn well knowing security will step in at any given moment. So she, even though she doesn't want the smoke with Tommy, she gonna act like she wants the smoke with Tommy. So again, she keeps trying to provoke Tommy, and this time she throws something else at her. I don't know if it was a costume jewelry ring, or I don't know what it was, but it hit Tommy. And so now Tommy is getting agitated because she's been trying to keep her composure, but Carly Red is just pushing her and pushing her and pushing her like motherfucking Kenya Moore in this bitch. Like, I can't. So when Tommy gets hit with whatever it was, it could have been a piece of ice from a glass, girl, I don't know. When she gets hit with it the second time, lovely Mimi starts to pipe up because she feels like she's gonna ride out for Tommy regardless. And like, if I'm with you and somebody throws something at you, I'm riding out for you too. Whether, like, if I'm just with you in the club or whatever and we're cool, I'm riding out for you too, because you're not gonna throw something and disrespect somebody, because bitch, that shit could have hit me, and that's where my problem would be. You ain't finna throw something in my direction. That's it. Okay, it ain't got shit to do with Tommy. You're just not gonna throw anything in my direction, because I will jump over this rope and drag your ass for motherfucking filth physically. Okay? Security is not having this at all. Security is involved. They're in the place. Like, they're just not having it. Carly Red is being held by security and escorted towards the exit of the building. And while she's being escorted out, she's literally yelling shit to Tommy, calling her the most valuable hoe. And I'm just like, what? Like, what does that even mean? Girl, I don't even know. It was just this weak ass jab. She called her valuable. That's all that matters, you know, whether it was a hoe, whether it was a player. Like, she called her valuable, so that was just irrelevant. She could have said anything else. She could have said, and I still fucked Scrap. Like, she could have said anything, literally anything in that moment, and she chose to say most valuable hoe. Girl, bye. Like, if she's the most valuable hoe, what does that make you, Carly? Tommy is the most valuable hoe. What does that make Carly Red? Least valuable unclaimed piece of shit, girl, bye. Like, I just couldn't believe this lady. I just really couldn't believe her. So Tommy is real pissed and she's getting real irritated, and this is how mad she was. Here's the clip, child.
All hell done broke loose, man. I don't even know what the hell they yelling at each other. But I'll tell you what, I'm looking for security to wrap this night up real quick. You did.
Get up off me, man.
Calm down.
Get up off me, man. I'm over this over. You're gonna make me go to jail. Well, I really didn't come here to beat anyone.
And so after this, Carly Red was feeling untouchable. She clearly said to Cena, "You can't touch me," in reference to Tommy. And I was just like, you are gonna find out. Like, you are going to find the fuck out. The reason she feels untouchable is security. Okay? Security will always be there to protect her. She knows that she can't be slapped if security is around. So when Tommy catches that ass on the ones, bitch, you'll find out. I can't stand when people do that. Like, you're on a show, you know security's involved, so you want to act tough. Like, that's not how it goes, boo. Like, oh, it's so irritating to me. It really is. It just is. Like, I can't deal. So that was basically the episode. Next week is Joseline's delivery special. It's not gonna be a full Love and Hip Hop episode next week. It's just gonna be Joseline's delivery special. And I don't know if I'll be reviewing it unless I find it funny or something. So I don't know if I'll be reviewing next week. So don't be commenting asking for Love and Hip Hop next week if I don't post, okay? Because we don't really care about Joseline's delivery. We don't. Okay? I love you all, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.